What are we doing today?
We're reviewing a movie this time. No, You See Me, No, You Don't.
Okay, the third installment of the film heist series. But first with Now You See Me, and then the second one, Now You See Me 2, and then Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah. So we went and watched the movie.
We just came back right now.
Yeah. We went and watched the movie, and we decided to just do a movie review.
Yeah.
This
so
is our first one, so
yeah,
let's give it a
We're
try.
doing whatever we want here.
Yeah.
So the first section is going to be spoiler free, and then we will put up a timestamp right here to let you know when the spoilers start.
So let me ask you, did you enjoy the movie?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I had a good time.
All right. Well.
So did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a
Yeah, like I enjoy it, but when you're watching these movies, like when you have the installment, it should have bring me back to thinking about the first installment.
It didn't do that for you?
It did do that for me. Like,
so you're saying it should not make you think about the first one. You should be so enthralled in this one
it's like,
that you're not thinking about what they did in the other ones.
Yeah, even like recently we were watching Harry Potter, and like the Harry Potter were getting better and better after.
Right. And I think that's the difference between having a planned series and deciding after the fact to make sequels. And I think that's pretty evident with most quote unquote reboots, is that it doesn't feel intentional. It feels like, okay, how can we make this next movie and fit in with the other movies and add in nostalgia and all of that. So I think that is a hallmark of reboots and re-entries rather than an actual intended series.
Okay, so based on the movie now, we're going to start at the start. And what was the intro for you? You know, the funny thing, people, the movie start.
We were late. We were late because he was getting off work. We had to get the popcorn.
The popcorn.
But that was not enough because I got pretzels and cheese. He needed to have his own little thing.
Yeah.
So he got himself a little pizza. And when I tell you this pizza was so small, $7. The box was this
People,
big.
I wanted to get something other than
this
popcorn,
was the box.
And she had her own stuff. She had popcorn.
Yeah, we had to be
pretzel.
equal.
So I wanted to get pizza and popcorn.
Yeah, which is you're right, but that pizza was hilarious.
Yeah, you know when you go to the movies.
Oh, how was that pizza?
It was, but it's as I say, it's for the movies.
The pizza was as good as the movie, according to this guy.
The movie was better than the pizza.
Okay, well, there we go. This is the spoiler section. Warning, everybody. Okay, so the movie starts off with them with the original Four Horsemen. So it's Henley.
And Henley's back.
Henley's back. So the beginning is Henley, Merritt, Jack, and Atlas are all on stage doing some sort of performance, and they call out. They do like the pick a card, and one of the audience members gets called out on the stage, and they quote unquote go inside the audience member, take over their body.
And that's a staple of the Four Horsemen, where they take over the body and try to rob the person.
Well, the hijinks, you know?
Yeah.
So what they do is they take over this guy, and the guy, the horseman through the guy, essentially...
Which horseman?
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
All of them are the one guy, supposedly.
And,
There we go. So we're on stage, okay? This guy's up there, and when I say go into, I mean visually, they, evaporate inside of this person, supposedly. And there's a dude in the audience, something to do with cryptocurrency, and somehow they've hijacked this money that he swindled from people and redistribute it amongst the audience by having them pour liquid on the playing cards that all the audience members have, and it reveals a code on there that gives them access to the money that this crypto dude stole from his people. And so, so then that, it all goes kind of crazy. They say the cops are coming, everybody disperses. And
was it like an illusion?
And you realize that it was an illusion. That the 4 horsemen on stage were holograms, deepfakes, AI videos for the performance.
What do you think about that magic trick, though?
So what I enjoyed about the trick was the impressions. So the first character that we're introduced to is Bosco. Bosco is the character that is portraying being loosely possessed by the 4 horsemen. And I think the most impressive part is he does really good impressions of everybody to kind of show that he's embodying those characters. And the feel of it still feels very on brand for the series, where it's kind of this unserious, over-the-top, heisty showmanship. And I don't say these things as negative things. It's just you're along for the ride. There's going to be twists. There's going to be really elaborate plans, and I think that's part of the fun about this series. And so it kind of felt like it was bringing that energy with that first trick to me.
Okay. So what about the new characters?
Okay, so we're also introduced to additional new characters. So as the crowd disperses, the cops are supposedly called. The guy who is the crypto dude realizes that it's smoke and mirrors, that the 4 horsemen were never there. And the Bosco character is walking outside, and he is there with 2 additional characters, June and Charlie. June is the pickpocket.
Like the female version of Jake.
Yes. And also you have Charlie, who they consider to be like the brains, knowledgeable, behind the scenes guy. And so you're introduced to them. And I like that they did not introduce like a character exactly for each other character. Like, I think the 3 is good. I think if they tried to introduce 4...
to go like 4 new horsemen.
Exactly. Like, this is... they do make a lot of nods to saying that this is the new generation. But... I like it. Keep it simple. It's not trying... Ironically, in a movie that does too much, they weren't trying to do too much by introducing these new characters. And I thought they were balanced and interesting and, brought something new. What about you?
Yeah.
How did you feel about the first trick, though?
The first trick? Or was it in the movie for the first trick?
Well, you saw the second half of it.
I saw when they were running out of the...
Oh, okay. So you literally...
Yeah, you... be a ladies gentleman and sit inside and say, go watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? You can watch the start of the movie and stuff.
So then about the characters for you, how do you feel about these 3 new characters?
I think they embody their role great. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the female, she did great. The new
June, use the names.
June, I don't even remember the name.
June.
The leader, that's Bosco. I think he stood out, especially in the first trick when they were robbing the jewelry.
We're not there yet.
Oh, really? Yeah, but
he stood out.
Yeah, he stood out. And then Charlie, Charlie wasn't like in the movie. You
know what it is, honey.
Yeah.
They got you looking over here.
Yeah.
But you weren't looking over here.
Yeah. Why say that?
Well, because he ended up being probably the most pivotal plot point in the movie. The reason the movie exists is because of Charlie.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we'll get there. So while they end up going to their apartment, and they're essentially squatting there because June has to let them in. She was gonna pick the door to unlock the door, but
wait, wasn't Charlie's the person was in Charlie apartment?
No, they
He
were
picked that
they're squatting there.
Okay.
So they're squatting there, and she, lets them in, and they've got their whole little setup. It's a very big, spacious loft apartment, and their refrigerator is a Coke refrigerator from the store, and they're just kind of chit chatting, and they notice that there is a hologram up of Atlas. They turn the hologram off, and behind it,
they didn't think it was real.
It was actually Atlas. He was there. He appeared.
So Charlie was trying to touch Atlas. And they realized, damn, it's actually Atlas.
Yes, exactly.
So Atlas said, don't ever make the mistake and touch me in my face again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Atlas, a.k.a. Jesse Eisenberg, one of the original horsemen, and we can only imagine why he is showing up at their place. He comes in and he shows off his knowledge, saying the things that he knows about everybody in the room. He says that he knows that Bosco...
he tried. And Bosco was being difficult.
Well, this was an integral part because he says that, he knows about them, obviously, because they're, throwing the faces of the horsemen everywhere. And he's saying that Bosco, dropped out of school. He didn't get to finish Juilliard. He was an actor, kind of turned, con man. And then June...
She went to boarding school.
And
she dropped out.
She kept getting kicked out.
Yeah,
and then when they mentioned Charlie, he said that he actually couldn't find much on Charlie, but he knew that he was an orphan and had been through the foster system and started working at a magic store, to which is where he met their friends. And they're kind of like a found family.
And you can see that they love each other because even they respect each other, they defended each other, and that was
there was there was never animosity between these three characters. These three characters were a solid front
even when Bosco
movie.
was misbehaving and trying to be difficult, and when Atlas present them for the trick to tell them like, would you join us to whatever, Bosco was saying nah, whatever, but June and Charles managed to...
So Atlas was saying that he was sent by the Eye. He had a card saying he was sent by the Eye to gather up the three youngins to do another trick bigger than they've done before.
And he started to state what happened because it had like a time skipped where he stated what happened to the original four horsemen, that they split up. Such is doing this, such is doing that, and whatever. So the kids are saying, what about, why not recruit them? Why us? You know what I'm saying? And
he's saying, he's like, I don't know, but we're you can do this or not. So they say, okay. They're supposed to bring down the head of, she had a South African accent.
South African, okay.
I was like,
She German.
Yeah, I was like, is it German? But because her name was Vanderberg. But I was like, but her accent wasn't German. So, but yeah, it was a South African accent, which is why I couldn't pinpoint it. But Veronica Vanderberg is the daughter of, what's his name? Some other Vanderberg dude. They're diamond people, aka blood diamonds. There ends up being a scene where she's in a boardroom, and it's kind of to like, evoke the power that she has, and talking about selling these diamonds to war criminals and laundering their money.
It's not that alone. When she asked the guy, stick out his tongue.
Oh yes. So they're in the boardroom, right?
And the guy said,
Seriously?
And
he sticked out his tongue. He did, because she put a diamond in his mouth and was basically saying that, this diamond, to everybody else it's a priceless jewel. But if he swallows this shit, like he's gonna it's gonna tear up his throat and he's gonna bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a power play to kind of show that this lady is somebody who's not to be messed with. She's the big bad of the movie. You know, they're essentially trying to steal the heart diamond from her and redistribute wealth, bring down powers. As we know, you know, diamonds aren't actually rare, but are purported to be rare, and you know, have caused a lot of tragedy throughout the world, let's say. So their idea is to bring this lady down, and so they show us kind of that clip of her to introduce her to us. And so they end up going to Antwerp. They have a scene where the Veronica is getting ready for the party, and she gets this mysterious phone call from a disembodied voice telling her,
to
like,
bring the diamond.
do you see this toy? Do you remember the toy of this boy who died? And what happened to him? And essentially saying that they want the diamond from her. Or something like that, and she's scared, and it's like this little knit toy, and you don't exactly understand the significance of this interaction until until the end of the movie. So, and you kind of forget that she has this upsetting phone call up until the end of the movie.
She looks spook while taking the call. Also, she looks spook. The first trick, when they recruited the guy that took the pictures, photographer.
Oh yeah, so they're getting together, they're getting the pieces together for this party that they're going to attend. And so they meet
private party.
They meet the photographer at the airport, and they they switch out, you know how the drivers have the name up there. So June goes and she, you know, bumps into the driver, switches out his sign that says free hugs, and then she takes the sign that has the name of the photographer, and they give it to one of the other guys, and so they take the photographer and essentially steal his identity so that they can then be have that reason to be at the party, take pictures, do their tricks. And so at the party,
I think
it was an exhibit to be auctioned.
But it's a private party.
Yes, it was a private party
because you had to be on the list to be attending.
Yes. Yeah.
So what happened when they reached the
party? So Atlas is there, and Atlas is the first to confront her. You know, she's all dolled up in her dress and blah blah blah, and it's kind of like a verbal, I don't want to say a verbal sword fight between the two of them, a battle of wits.
You know, Atlas is kind of good with the verbal stuff.
Well, Jesse Eisenberg in general, as a actor, and also as a person in interviews, he just kind of he gives off
He's too smart.
the know-it-all vibe.
By the way, was he in Facebook Facebook movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see the type of roles he likes to play.
But his acting was perfect for the role that he was playing.
Even,
you know, because the main thing that they bring up that he says is that, you know, don't act like you're the smartest person in the room. Prove it. And so they're talking, and he essentially spooks her to where she thinks that he's the guy who gave her the phone call, but he's like, I'm just here at the party, you know. So they were
about to escort him out, but
she said no. So then she goes to take photos with the quote unquote photographer. So this is where Bosco is dressed up as the photographer again, showing up his acting chops, his impersonation chops.
I think Bosco did amazing here.
Yeah. And June is the makeup artist. And they have Charlie be tech.
They like switch the lights. He's in charge of the lights.
Light guy. And so they're essentially, what they lead you to believe is that they're going to try and swap the diamond right here during this photography session. You know, they're kind of, you know, inflating her ego, hyping her up. And there's a moment where Bosco asks them to open up the case that has the diamond.
Before you even reach right there, babe. Bosco interaction with her at first was spectacular. Where he was flirting with her, telling her in her ears, like, you know, you like this. You want this. Like, I think Bosco showed up his chops, you know what I'm saying? And distracted her because that was part of the gig also.
Exactly, distracting her. And there's a moment where he suggests that Charlie adjusts the light, which makes the light bounce off the diamond, and Bosco's like, let's take the diamond out, you know?
I know, it's not all you say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, he's like, let's take the diamond out.
Yes, that's where it's just, take the diamond.
Yeah.
And then, like, she was saying, nah.
Well, her
security was like giving her like, nah.
Was like, no, we're not gonna. And she's like, let's do it, you know. So
he's giving her like, come on, man. If you don't do it, I'm leaving.
She's trying to be on top, you know. She's showing her modeling chops.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing this and that. You know, and there's a moment where June kind of walks like slowly walking up to her, and everybody gets spooked, and it's kind of like she's like, you've got everything that you need, right, for the photos, right? So you're kind of led to believe, okay, maybe they almost got it. So then the next scene, they're actually in the party, and Bosco is now dressed in regular clothes.
They removed their costume because they were all in. Like,
yes. This scene was kind of the first time I was a stick in the mud because Veronica's left the room, her goons have left the room, and the only people left in the room is June, Bosco, and Charlie, and they're all in their regular disguises, and they kind of do a clothing tearaway to their next disguise, where June is wearing a nightgown, Bosco's wearing a suit, and Charlie's wearing like a catering outfit.
Charlie. Okay, yeah.
And they're just tossing their clothes on the floor and then just like walking out like badasses. And I'm just like, okay, just leaving your clothes all over the floor. Like, what? It's just kind of one of those moments where it's just like, but that's what I mean. Like, that's the essence of the movie. It's over the top. It's flashy. It's about a good scene. It's drama.
It's not that. Remember, baby, when you're doing magic, you know, in real life or whatever, you have to be confident.
I think it's all about the presentation.
So you have to be confident when you're doing it, and you have to be the smartest one in the room.
Well, but when I get these scenes, they're not giving smartest person in the room.
But the confidence,
they're giving presentation.
But they're being confident.
But to the point where it's kind of silly, where like, okay, you tore away the clothes, this is cool, but you left your clothes all over the room. And also, I'm thinking, okay, so this is supposed to be a heist, right? So they're stealing this diamond, right? Evidence, fingerprints, all this kind of stuff.
That's the thing.
But the cops do nothing.
No, baby. That's not the role of the arsman. The arsman are gonna steal in plain sight. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but they're leaving evidence behind them because in the real world, they are taking property that does not belong to them of a significant value, which therefore is a crime, which would be then investigated by the police, who would be searching for evidence, evidence such as fingerprints, clothing.
Why you think we love the arsman?
Why?
Just because
because it's over the top and
their confidence. Why are you saying over the top?
Because it's over the top.
No,
it's
confidence.
presentation.
It's confidence. Look at Atlas. He's confident. Even if you look at the first movie, or they robbed.
It's all about
Morgan Freeman.
It's showboating.
You know what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm not
showboating. Showboating. So what does showboating leads to?
I don't know.
Okay.
Tell me.
I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm saying that's the vibe of the film. Is that it does not need to necessarily make sense for the ramifications of their actions, because that's not what the movie is about. The movie is not about realism. The movie is about the heist and the show
and how they do it,
and the now you see me, now you don't, the over the top. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm saying is, don't think too hard when you're watching these movies, because that's how my brain thinks.
That's where
my brain goes.
I'm just watching the movie.
Yeah, that's how my brain works.
Alright, like a movie like this now, I'm just comparing between one to the third movie, or one in terms of their previous tricks. So this trick, how did they put it off, whatever. That's all I'm thinking. I'm not even bringing this to the real world.
Well, I'm saying is, when I watch movies, I think like that. And so I have to remind myself, I'm like, okay, is the vibe of this movie is not that it's going to be realistic. It's that it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going into this movie expecting them to get all the things right, that's not what the purpose of this film is.
But if you watch, remember, this is the third installment, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, the first installment, the second installment goes where.
Yeah, so that is more of a statement that I make about the series. The series is not to be taken too seriously. Okay. Is my point. Okay. So it's right. Showboaty and fun. So they tear away the clothes. Mm-hmm. Then they go to the evening party, and Bosco attempts to make the first diversion, where he's pretending to be a environmentalist who is, tearing his shirt open, calling out the masses.
And that's the destruction, they had like a big diamond on the table or on the
Hold on, we're not there yet.
We're right there.
No.
We are right there. That's where he was showing, he opened his shirt and he just pushed off the diamond.
Doesn't Atlas come up first, though?
No.
Oh, he comes up after.
Yes.
You're right. So there's a big ice diamond that has been a sculpture. And he knocks it over to create a diversion. And then Atlas pops up. And essentially, they start chit-chatting. And he
was saying abracadabra.
Yeah, he's saying he's going to steal the diamond.
Confidently.
Yeah, so you in confidence. It's your favorite word. So Atlas says that he's going to steal the diamond, and they're like, "Really? How are you going to go about doing that?" And so he says, "Abracadabra," and the diamond is in this case, and the front door to the diamond slides down, right? So she takes the diamond out, and she's like, "How are you going to get it from here?"
But the funny thing, when he was saying all those stuff, I was trying to figure out a Harry Potter spell.
Oh, really?
What's Harry Potter spell that he learned in Half-Blood Prince? One of those spells. Stupendo. I was trying to say, wonder if he's gonna say stupendo when he said abracadabra. You know what I'm saying? We were listening to a lot of spells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. So she takes the diamond out in her hand, and then it explodes in her hand, and everybody is like, "What is going on?" And then he pops out with the diamond in his hand, and then there's hijinks afoot. There's chaos. There's stuff going on, and then boom, Jack is there, and you're like, "Wait a second, Jack. What are you doing
Jack
here?"
Said he got the card.
He got a card also
from the eye.
From the eye.
And then they started to embroid, they're trying to chase for the diamond. Then Enlil turns up. So the same thing, she got the card from the eye. Then they went on the rooftop, they were chasing all four of them. And then, whoop, it was Merritt pops up. So literally the whole gang is back together. Okay? Everybody's there, and we're kind of getting a little bit more backstory. Everybody's gotten a card from the eye, and they're stating what made they left, what were they doing in the...
Like Henley is, she's having like a traditional life. Merritt, what was Merritt doing?
I don't even remember. I remember Jack was on cruises, and we were talking about what happened to him and Lola.
Yeah, so there's some interpersonal information
break
dropping
up
here
with Jack and all sort of stuff. But they went after that. No, they went.
Well, so they're all looking at their cards, right? And was this part? Yeah, there was a joke earlier where when they were in the apartment with the new three, June, Charlie, and Bosco, and Atlas is making fun of Bosco's name, saying that it's like made up or whatever, and Bosco's like, "Well, funny, it's my real name. What about the name Atlas? Did your mom have sex with a map?" And when I first heard the joke, I was like, okay, whatever. But then they have the part where they're on the boat, and so they're all showing their cards, and they flip them over. Was this on the boat? I think this was on the boat. And so they flip them over and put them together, and they go, "It looks like a map." And then Boss goes, "Hey, look, it's your dad." So that part, I thought that was funny,
And then after that, they were on their way to France.
To a chateau. This is the part where we need to figure out that element that didn't make sense to us.
What element?
Thaddeus.
Yeah, because I remember
Well-
regarding Thaddeus, he was like
Yeah.
the villain
Of the first movie.
in the first movie. I know in the second movie,
Was he even a part of it?
yes, he was a part of it.
Okay.
He was in jail.
Mm-hmm. Dylan.
recruited him to help because in the second installment.
Okay,
they
so then
got-
that's it. That's the answer.
Yeah, they got trapped. So Dylan recruited him.
So Dylan was bad guy turned part of the party.
No, Dylan is the police.
Not Dylan, sorry.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus turned bad guy turned part of the party.
Yeah, so everybody was happy to see Thaddeus
Well,
when they meet to
We
the
got to tell
chateau.
them how they see Thaddeus. So they go to the chateau,
Yeah, they open the estate.
and the
whatever.
chateau is like a historical place of a bunch of magical artifacts.
Mhm.
You know, the door is a puzzle lock. And inside there's lots of magic related artifacts.
Mhm.
And inside they find Thaddeus. And they're like, Thaddeus, what are you doing here? Are you working for the Eye?
Yeah, remember he's the former Grand Master of the Eye.
Yeah. And I'm like, what was he doing there? What was the point of Thaddeus being there?
I
think he was
there to-
exposition. He was providing them
He received
historical.
he received a card telling them to assist the horseman.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in the chateau is kind of where they get information revealed of why they are working towards taking down Veronica Vanderberg,
Mm.
which essentially has to do with everyone's favorite villain,
Mm.
the Nazis,
Mm.
and about how they were related to the diamonds and things like that. I'm trying to see where in the chateau what the point of it is.
We're to
So
hidden secrets within the estate
yeah,
and improve them to find it.
yeah, and so the police. Well, I guess this part makes sense too. There's a moment where Veronica says that the French police owe her a favor. So essentially, the police in this movie are on her payroll, you know. So they're not going to be doing the dues of things that make
And you know
sense.
the funny thing? She thought that the French police didn't walk with gun.
Oh, you think that's so funny? You didn't even. You were like, oh, okay, interesting.
No.
You
I
didn't even
I
say
thought-
anything.
I said, you're crazy.
You
That's what
did
I
not
said.
say
I said
you're
you're
crazy. You
crazy.
did not say that. You are such a liar.
Every police walk with gun.
No, that's not true.
Like, in terms of the movie aspect, yeah.
That's not true.
Jesus, in the movie aspect, we're not
No, even in the movie aspect. Watch
In
British
this
film.
movie-
Watch British
I'm
films.
talking the horseman.
Oh, and all the all their movies. Well, the French police do in fact carry weapons, but for some reason I thought that they didn't like the Brits.
Mhm.
So they do. So I was like, oh, here come the police without any guns.
Mhm.
But listen, I was ignorant. Don't listen to me.
Bop,
Bop bop.
bop, bop.
So
At the chateau at the France in France to enter the was it the place? To enter the what's the place called? To enter the building.
a door.
No, I wanted to say Francis. To open the door, it was June who opened the
lock.
first year.
Yes, and there was a bit of a
Jake-
rivalry
yeah,
about
Jake
who could open
feel-
it.
Jake he didn't feel anyway. But
No.
like, you know,
It was
disappointing.
It was
like,
playful competition,
oh, you see,
unserious competition.
people, she missed out the best part of the movie.
I missed out the best part of
Yes.
the movie.
When they were all in the room showing off their
Oh, back in
magic.
the chateau. Okay,
Yes.
I will clip this part out and pick it up
Yeah.
and put it in there. So when they're in the chateau, they all, as I said, they have these magical artifacts all over this place. And so it's a good little 5-minute scene of just pure magic tricks and fun. So everybody's showing off their chops and doing little tricks, and each trick leads into the other trick. You know, we're talking
each other trick.
exactly. It was like a musical dance of magic
And it
tricks
was
that lead you
beautiful.
around the room, and it was really fun. You know, it was cool.
Cool.
I liked it.
We can just scrap that part there.
During the chaos of it all, Merritt and June get got by the French police. Thaddeus gets shot
And I think he died.
and he dies. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
And then
It was Meredith, June, and Jake. that got caught.
That's right. Merritt, June, and Jake get caught.
Mm.
So they're in the French police
Mm-hmm.
Headquarters,
And they're trying to figure out a way.
they're trying to figure out how to get them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so a old lady shows up, who seems to be drunk and getting arrested, and she ends up getting her arm broken off. But you realize that it's just a prosthetic because it's actually Lula. Who is here to bust everybody out and let them go.
Mm-hmm.
And so she first releases Jake, and during this time, Merritt is having a conversation with Veronica where we get some more exposition. So Merritt is a mentalist, and she's basically talking with him because she wants the heart back. And Merritt is like, well, no, she reveals a piece of information about herself, about how her father liked magic, and he would do a trick with the red handkerchief, making it disappear and come out of his mouth, and how she was interested in magic, and that she tried to do it to win his love and it didn't work, so now she hates magic. And Merritt was like, yeah, so thanks for revealing your daddy issues, because she kind of invites him to give her a read. And he essentially fishes out information, because in the previous scene where Charlie and Atlas and
June
and them are trying to get
when they took the art,
Merritt, they're discussing about trying to help the family, trying to help their family. They say that no, this was beforehand.
What are you talking about?
Before they even left, there's a part in the movie where they are discussing what they're going to do, and Charlie announces that they have to go to where he says that he was reading stuff online. It was inside the chateau. They're inside the chateau, and he said that he was reading online that some messed up stuff had happened with the family. Or was it Bosco? Someone read it online.
Charlie.
Essentially,
Different Charlie. No, it was Bosco.
No, it was Bosco. Anyways, ignore that. Bosco reads online that Veronica's mother killed herself, and that the housekeeper then had their brakes cut and drowned in a river with her son. And so he's like, she's had a lot of stuff going on in her life. So in the interrogation room between Veronica and Merritt surmises that Veronica's father had an affair with the housekeeper, and that her mother committed suicide based on that fact, and that Veronica cut the brakes of the housekeeper.
Whoa, really?
And yeah.
Damn.
Weren't you there? You're watching the movie.
Damn.
So that is some important exposition for the film, to know her motivations and character elements. Essentially, through the hijinks of Lula coming in to bust him out and save the day, Merritt is still stuck. And June gets out, and so does Jake. So everybody is safe and out of the hands of the French police except for Merritt.
They were thinking about either leaving Veronica in terms of they tried to. What they were trying not to do. What remember? What they were trying to do again? Not to attack her, like go against her or something like that. Because they, remember? They were in the room together, and they were saying something about we need to get back Merritt.
Oh, so basically they're trying to discuss trading the heart diamond for Merritt, which is what they ultimately decide to do. They agree that they are going to meet her at Abu Dhabi for the Yas Marina circuit, a party for the Formula One team that Veronica owns, and they are going to do a trade there. So this is what I would probably call the climax of the movie, where they are essentially come in and they do a swap for Merritt.
So diamonds for Merritt.
But there is a distraction that occurs.
Really?
Because Charlie and Bosco
Mm-hmm.
go to take photos of the Formula One racing car and trick the security guard. And then Bosco drives off with the car.
Led to a police chase.
And that led to a police chase. And then the remaining horsemen get trapped in a glass cube by Veronica.
So it was the five of the horsemen.
So it's...
Yeah, the five of the horsemen.
Yeah, so it's the original 4 plus Lula, a.k.a. the 5 horsemen. And
she was planning to bury them.
And she was planning to bury them with sand. So sand is
glass
falling
container.
down. And this feels like real Bond villain stuff. And I must say, like, Rosamund Pike must have had so much fun acting in this role because she is like a true like Bond villain in this. But also they give her some layers and some background and interesting things about her. But you're never like you never feel bad for her. But she's kind of a fun villain, you know. She's classy. She's got it together.
Yeah, she's classy. I wouldn't say is she a fun villain?
I think she is. She's just going in there and she's like, okay, I'm gonna bury you guys alive with sand. But you know what?
Like
they never just kill them.
Nah, but...
And that's why I say she's a Bond villain. Because she's like, here, let me have you guys get buried alive in sand instead when I could just go bop, bop, bop and take you all out.
Well, she tried to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
At the end.
Initially, at this part, she's trying to show her villainous.
Yeah.
So they end up escaping the cube because they think about a historical event where... because they start trying to think through an escape. You know, what's the first thing you think of for an escape? How long do you have in the place?
And if it's possible to escape.
Is it possible to escape? What are there possible hatches or whatever? And so they think back to a historical event where someone was being buried alive in a glass box, but the box cracked and exploded because the sand got wet and expanded because, you know, sand will absorb the water and causing the glass to break. So they
got a pipe.
Break one of the pipes with a belt because there's some metal slats through the top of the cube and Jake goes up.
Jake goes up and got assisted by Atlas and Marriott. And
they wrap the belt around the pipe, pull the pipe down, burst it. Water's come down, but water's come down faster than the sand.
Yeah.
So
they almost drowned.
But they made a mention before about how Isla Fish's character, Henley, was married and she's got a huge rock on her finger. And so Diamond cuts glass. So she starts holding her breath, gets under there and starts scratching to create
and she realized
a crack.
It was possible. And then
she
told them to come and assist her.
And they kick the glass and it breaks. And they're all saved.
The horsemen are out. Everybody's happy. And they went back to Bosco getting caught. What happened?
Yeah, well, this scene too, I like. It's fun, and when I say the over-the-top hijinks sort of thing, where it's like all of these elements coming together for their escape, and it's like her using the ring to crack this glass. I'm like, how thick is this glass that she can bust it with this ring, like to scratch it like this, you know? But it's fun, you know? And so you said Bosco was trapped. Bosco got...
He got
taken
caught by the cops.
By the
cops, by the police. They threw him in the back of the vehicle and cuffed him.
So then he escapes from the cops, from releasing his hands, and then they're tussling. He ends up handcuffing everybody to the walls, and
got a pepper spray.
Yeah, and he gets out.
Yeah, gets out, and that was like. I don't even know what to say. That was like one type of escape.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was no magician type
The second
of escape.
half of this movie gets really fun.
I think Bosco plays his role excellent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Out of all the new horsemen or the new kids, he played his role well.
Yeah. So then we get to this point for Veronica, because in Veronica's state, you know, she's won at this point.
She thought she won.
Well, in her
And
mind,
she
she's
makes
one
the
of this
phone-
one. So she makes the phone call to the dude, the disembodied voice about the diamond.
Mhm.
Okay. So she gets in her car. She drives to the place. She
Drive
takes.
to the place.
Yeah, she's in the car. She's in the back of the car.
Drive to the place.
Yeah, she drives to the place. And the security guard, she takes
took the
his gun out the holster.
Mhm.
She scans her hand to get in this room.
No, she went on the elevator.
Oh, on the elevator.
Went
Gets in this room,
Mhm.
and you hear the disembodied voice.
Not just this. You saw the shadow.
You saw the shadow.
hmm
Walks forward.
And for the funny from I see the shadow. I
Mhm.
know it was.
You know who it was.
Yeah, to be honest, I know it was Charles.
Yeah, so Charlie
Just the
walks
boyfriend.
out.
Charlie.
Charlie's the guy.
Mhm.
So this is the big reveal
Mhm.
where those pertinent elements of exposition
Mhm.
come together
Mhm.
to give you the answer for you to figure it out.
Mhm.
Okay? So it turns out that Charlie is Charlie Vanderberg.
So it's Veronica's
He
brother.
is Veronica's half brother.
Mhm.
The story of her father having an affair with the housekeeper is correct,
Mhm.
and that Charlie was the result of that affair,
Mhm.
and that they somewhat had a tumultuous relationship,
Mhm.
and that
And
he
you
was
know-
in the car.
You know one thing, she did it. She come down. She didn't want to own up.
No,
Like that. It's
She
her
felt-
brother.
well, because she thought he was dead.
But the way she said it. It's the way she said it. Well, he's saying like we are part. We have the same blood or something. It's just the way she like. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's the result of an affair.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, brother.
Well,
You have the same.
she's a villain, babe.
Yeah, but it's the way she said it. Like.
Yeah. Listen, she's out here trying to kill people over blood diamonds, and you think she's going to suddenly have a good heart about accepting her half brother who's the result of an affair in which her mother killed herself because of?
Then again,
And you're
tried to-
shocked that she doesn't accept the brother?
Yeah, that's true because she tried to kill him. On
So
the spot.
she cut the brakes of the housekeeper's car, and he was in the car. And so the mother, the housekeeper, which they never name, by the way, disrespectful, and she dies trying to save her son. And so he lives, and which then also makes sense of his interest in magic because of the father's interest in magic, and then answers the question of him, of, Charlie being an orphan, and stuff like that. So what it then also reveals is at this point
Oh, she gave him the diamond.
she gave him the diamond.
And
And then she goes to shoot him.
remember, she took the gun from the security at the elevator.
Charlie drops.
Charlie dropped, so she thought she killed him.
But that was not the case. He spits out a little baby fake bullet. She tries to shoot him again. Flash a light, nothing happens. She's shooting blanks, okay? And this is where he says, "You're at my party now, okay, Veronica? You don't know where you are." Curtains lift up, boxes lift. She's back where she started from. They're in front of an audience. She never left, okay?
And that's a typical horseman
This is the horseman typical
trademark.
reveal.
Yeah, this is their trademark.
Trademark is to reveal in front of a studio audience.
But you know the funny thing with this thing, it wasn't even a horseman. It was the kids.
Yes, well, we'll get to that. So then they start to reveal how they tricked her into thinking she was somewhere else. It's basically she got in a car.
Charlie was the one that recruited.
He was the mastermind.
So he
Okay.
recruited the horseman.
He pretended to
recruited-
be the eye.
He pretended to be an eye. He recruited. He recruited June and Bosco,
Which they knew because they're his friends and they're all family.
and they planted the. Remember when they were in the place in France where they took out the map or something like that.
Yeah, they
put it
planned
on-
everything. Them getting the information at the chateau. Essentially, Charlie has been focused on revenge against his sister, as well as bringing down the evil empire that his father built.
Mm-hmm.
And so they reveal that he recruited the original 4 horsemen by pretending to be the Eye, creating the cards to...
Thaddeus too.
Yes.
And Lula.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
So, and then they reveal how they tricked Veronica by her just getting in a random car. Like that's
She's going
privilege. That's privilege.
She's on the phone, smiling, everything.
Just getting in random cars. Man, rich people are so dumb and like so vulnerable.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
like imagine being so rich that you just getting in cars to get driven off someplace,
Mhm.
and you don't know where you're going.
Trust your security.
It's crazy
Trust your
business.
security.
Crazy business. So they drove her off. Then they even tricked this lady into thinking she was in an elevator. They're pushing her. No. They drive the car into a. This is when I say that this movie is about being elaborate, okay?
Mm-hmm.
About it. Not making sense, but making sense. So they drive her into a semi-truck while they're on the road, take the semi-truck back to the location, have her get out, get into an elevator, which is just a box on wheels that they push forward to make her think that she's going up in the elevator, and then have her walk into this fake room, grab a gun that's full of blanks from the security guard that is actually into a vault where she's actually just on stage. Crazy business. Crazy business. So essentially, Charlie tells everybody that, you know, he's gonna take care of business and take down the empire. That diamonds are going back to South Africa. That the audience is even gonna get some money out of it. And
he thanked the horseman and he thanked his crew, Bosco and June, and he, you know.
He did the thing.
He did the thing. They went back to the apartment.
Yeah, so time goes on. They're at the apartment. Everybody's kikiing and chilling and drinking and, you know.
They heard a big sound. And they went, and it was coming from their elevator in the apartment.
And there's a black sack just sitting on the elevator floor. They pick it up, they open it, and it's the same puzzle mechanism that was on the door in the chateau.
Next part.
So then they see that the mechanism is the same that was on the door at the chateau, and so this time it's Jake's turn to open it up, and so he opens it up, and out pops the hologram of Dylan.
And the funny thing,
Dylan.
I know. He was gonna be in the show at one point.
He kept waiting for him.
Yeah, he had to be in the show. The art, like this show, isn't without Dylan. It would be the horseman. So I wanted to see Dylan. I got to see Dylan.
Yeah, he popped up on the thing, and he's basically telling them like, y'all pretended to be the Eye, and you think you're going to get away with this without any repercussions? Well, you're right. Okay,
and he said it's only just the start. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you something, babe. Do you think? I asked you this question. What do you think about the movie?
I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. It was a fun ride. It was a good movie. Is it a great movie? No, but it was a lot of fun. Okay. You know? Is it going to win?
In terms of the backstory, does the backstory add up to what you saw in the movie? Like, in terms of what happened in the past makes sense to what you see, even Henley coming back, Lula, whatever.
I think that this series is victim of the reboot. In that it does the thing where it's like, people leave and they come back, and
I think Henley comes back was kind of.
But it doesn't feel in like it was intentional. You know, it doesn't feel like this is one fluid story that leads into the other. It feels like this was a really good movie. Let's make another one. Okay, let's do this. Okay, it's been however 10 years. Let's make another one.
You know the funny thing, like, all right,
and then let's make it make sense.
The first one. When the first one finish,
Uh-huh.
I think that set it up for the second one. I think the first.
So the first one came out in 2013.
Mhm.
The second one came out in 2016.
Mhm.
So it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
because
sense.
it's,
No, but
it's
the way it
relatively
end-
close
And
after it.
the way it end too, like the guy got tricked.
Uh-huh.
Morgan Freeman was in jail. Like
Mhm.
you're saying shit. I had to get a part 2.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah, where do we go from here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was like. So I got a question for you. Like, you said out of 10, you would give it like a
6.
6,
6.5.
and 6.5.
Yeah, and that's not me saying this is a bad movie. This is
Mm-hmm.
me saying this was a fun movie. This was a good time.
Is it something you watch tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd watch it tomorrow. Is this an amazing movie? A great movie? No, but it's a solid,
Like it's a
fun,
solid,
good time.
to me. For me, as a
It's
as a fan,
entertaining.
it's a good movie, but
Uh-huh.
I'm a little disappointed. Like
Yeah.
in terms of the elements of surprise, the first one, the elements of surprise was.
So let me ask you this. Is it that the tricks were not as good in this film, or the tricks were more predictable in
it's
this
like,
film?
Yes, I think it's more predictable.
Really?
Like,
I feel like I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know how. Like, I knew they were going to get out. I didn't know how. I knew they were going to do this. I didn't know how.
I just felt like it's even the part with Charlie, the same type of elements of, okay, one big finale, you will let him think he's going there, whatever, and we're still in the building, whatever. It's
I
the same.
think with this series, I never truly feel the stakes,
Mm.
which is why I say it's a fun, good time. And it's like unserious or elaborate showboaty, is that it doesn't, I am not sitting there with anticipation, frustration, fear, worry about these characters. It feels in the same way like when you watch an episode of Scooby-Doo, you know it's going to be okay at the end. You're not necessarily freaking out. You don't think major ramifications are going to happen, but you're along for the ride. You're curious to see what happens, how it happens, why it happens, who the villain was, how they figured it out. And it's a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's how I look at it.
That's true.
And I think we need movies like that. Not every movie needs to be a fantastic movie, but like
That's true.
you can tell with this movie, they wanted to entertain you, and entertained I was.
Okay.
At any point in the film where you're sitting there like, I think I want to scroll on Instagram right now.
Yeah, it kind of gives me, that's true.
It keeps you entertained. And I think the twists were fun. I think they dropped the information as you needed it. It wasn't super obvious. It wasn't like, here's 10 minutes of exposition. It was like, here's a little blip. Hey, I saw this on the internet that this happened. Or, hey, like every information and crumb that they left you to lead you to the twist
so
was intentional and subtle.
So you think they should have an next movie?
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think it's fun. There's not a lot. I think also there's not a ton of magic movies in this day and age.
That's true.
Magicians, magic tricks, and I think it's fun and it's cool to watch.
What's the Inception? Was it Inception? A magic movie?
No, Inception is like
It's a movie that
is a thriller
no man.
that has to do with. It's not magic tricks.
Yeah, but let me see.
No, it's not. It's not the same. We're talking magicians.
All right.
I think you're thinking like heist. I think there's two elements to this, to the Now You See Me series, right? It's that it's heist films and it's also magician films.
You know the funny thing,
So
I never watch Illusionist. I don't remember watching it, but Prestige, bad movie.
Okay.
Well, Prestige is the one that yes, Prestige is the bad movie where Christian Bale was in. Wasn't? Yes. That movie is
And that one
good.
actually has to do with magicians.
Yes, this movie is classic. So yeah. But anyways.
Okay, so
where we at now?
so the magician movies that come to mind obviously are The Prestige, The Illusionist,
Mhm.
you know. But I think the thing that the Now You See Me
And you wanna
films,
call Harry Potter?
no,
No Harry Potter?
they're not magicians. They're sorcerers.
Sorcerer?
No, they're not magicians.
Okay.
They're not magicians. They're sorcerers.
Okay.
There's a difference. Because remember, I said in the beginning, like there are elements of, okay, this is magic with spells and sorcery, or this is tricks with sleight of hand and whatever. So I think because
There's 3 minutes.
this goes more on the what's the word, the heist side of things. You know, it's
a different element.
It's a different
element.
It's a different element. Yeah. So
in
it's
terms of trying to do tricks with rabbits. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So it's fun. So like I said, there's not a lot of movies out there that are like this. You know, I think heist movies in general are fun, and with how many heist movies that there are, this one makes it special. I think it's very, like I said, it's very unserious in that the stakes are never really high. You're never really worried about what's going to happen when the police catch up to them, because obviously they can assault the French police and walk away just fine, because the French police are on the take. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a good time.
So yeah, I enjoyed the movie. We enjoyed the movie, and that's it for our first movie review.
Yeah, we're a little all over the place on this one, but
It's our
we
first
just
movie.
thought it would be fun to talk about. We wanted to go see it. We thought we'd talk about it. And this channel, we just kind of are doing whatever we want to do. So, yeah,
All right.
that's it.